Good morning, it's Friday, April 24th, and I'm here with the answer for Thursday, April the 23rd's bell ringer question. This question really is about helping you understand the ins and outs of what it means to be a nation, a state, and a nation state. So again, we're reviewing these terms. Please always remember that a nation refers to the people, a group of people that share a common identity. A state is the area or the territory, okay? And then a nation state is the combination where those two things are together. And I've given you a list of several different examples of things that might be nations, might be states, might be nation states, and or might be some of these sort of gray areas in between. So and this isn't really an activity where we're hoping you'll just label them one way or the other. We want you to go through and think about how each of these terms might relate to these different places. So for example, Palestine. All right, characteristics of a state. Well, there is a Palestinian territory, but a state must be sovereign, and the Palestinian territory is not sovereign. So while they have some territory, it is not theirs. It is run by Israel as a somewhat semi-autonomous region. Characteristics of a nation. A group of people with a shared identity. The Palestinians definitely have a shared identity. They have a concept of being united around language, religion, history, feeling that they are not Israelis, so identifying against is also important for them. Characteristics of a nation state. Well, if you're not really a state, you really can't be a nation state. So really, with Palestine, we're talking about a stateless nation, not a nation state. All right, Canada. Canada, well, idea of a state. Do they have their own country, their own territory, their own sovereignty? Yes, definitely. Nation. Is there a single Canadian identity? Well, if you think about things like ethno-nationalism with the Quebecois, that's really not the case. So really arguing that Canada is a true nation in the classic sense, probably not there. On the other hand, if this is supposed to be an Olympic year, will there be Canadians who are really proud of being Canadian and waving their flag? Yes, so there's elements of nationalism. Are they a classic nation state? Well, they have the territory, but does the territorial border match up with people who are rabidly Canadian? Well, we already talked about the Quebecois, so I would not call them a classic nation state. Israel. Is Israel a state? Yes. Has its own territory. Is it a nation? A group of people with a shared identity? Yes. Bonded strongly around Judaism, around Hebrew as a language, common history with oppression and the Holocaust. Yes, nation definitely. Are they a nation state? Yeah, I would say that they are a nation state, with the only exception being that in many cases the boundaries of Israel are drawn with the Palestinian territory, which means that the entire country of Israel's borders then would include a group that are not part of the Israeli nation. All right, the Basques. The Basques are going to be a lot like the Palestinians here. Are they a state? No, they don't have their own territory. The Basques live in Spain and France. They have a semi-autonomous region in Spain. Are they a nation? Definitely. Strong national identity around a different history, different language. Are they a nation state? No, they would be seen as a stateless nation. Denmark. All right, are they a state? Yes. Are they a nation? A group of people that share a common identity? Yeah. You don't hear a lot about Danish nationalism, but yeah, you would see that as an example of a nation. Then are they a nation state? Does the boundary of the country match up with the location of the group of people that share a common identity? Yes. So they're a pretty classic example of the nation state. All right. Chechnya. Chechnya is a little section of Russia. Are they a state? No, they are not independent from Russia. They're a semi-autonomous region. They'd like to be independent. Are they a nation? Yes, they have a national identity of being not Russian. And a lot of that national identity is identifying against, really having a strong opposition to being forced to be part of Russia. I mean, there are other elements as well. We're not downplaying Chechen nationalism, but identifying against would be a major characteristic for them. And then are they a nation state? No, stateless nation, but not a nation state. And then our final group, the Ukraine. State? Yes. Nation. Ukraine is divided up into amongst all kinds of different linguistic groups, including Ukrainians who speak Russian and are ethnically Russian, from a throwback to the Soviet days when a lot of Russians were moved into the Ukraine to Russify them. So are they a nation state? No, because they don't have that nationalistic boundary that matches up with the state boundary. They don't have those two elements. All right, so that's a nice little review on those concepts, plus giving you some different countries and parts of the world to think about and building up that toolbox of examples that you have for the AP exam. Be on the lookout for today's Dead Guy Music Friday video. So it'll be out shortly. Stay safe, have a good weekend, try not to do anything stupid.